First of all, my name's Krish, and I hope young men improve their mental health. Just quickly, the top link in the description is just a link to my one-to-one coaching if you want to improve your mental health, if you are interested. So I remember 3-4 years ago, COVID happened. It was when my mental health was the worst it's ever been, and is when my addictions were basically just my best friends at the time. Video games was number one for me, right? I told that story in the previous video. Number two was jerking off. Now, when I first discovered like NoFap, right? I was actually pretty hyped. I was hyped as fuck. I was like, wait a minute. Like, I can jerk off. Like, I can not jerk off and I can get all of these benefits. I can like shoot lightning out of my fingers and like girls will spend their attention on me and all this other like weird like pseudoscience stuff. And so I was basically just hyped at the time and I was like, yeah, you know, like I'll do this. Like I'm never gonna fap again. I'm never gonna do it. What do you think happened the next day? I relapsed because I technically was like, I guess on NoFap at the time, right? Then right afterwards, you know, I clean up. I felt guilty as fuck about myself. I was like, damn, dude, like this is the last time. I'm never gonna do this ever again. Never, never, never again. I promise. What do you think happened the next day? Relapse. Again, same thing, right? I'm never gonna do this ever again. This habit sucks. It's ruining my life. I'm never gonna do it ever again. I promise you this is the last time. Next day, relapse. Next day, relapse. Next day, relapse. Sometimes, you know, I get to like, then I actually start making just a little bit of progress. Instead of watching porn like twice a day, I get to day 3, bro. 3 days. By the end of the 3rd day, I was horny as fuck, bro. Relapse. Again, get to day 3, around day 3, day 4. Relapse. Day 3, day 4, relapse. Day 3, day 4, relapse. Trying over and over again to quit this, trying over and over again, watching countless NoFap videos, like, oh yeah, and you know, like, you know, once you get to day 90, you can shoot lightning out of your fingers and all this other just fucking bullshit, dude. BS. And actually, you know what was interesting? Getting on NoFap actually made my mental health worse, made it worse. When I was fapping and I was watching porn, my mental health was actually, it was still shit, I'm not gonna lie. It was shit. I was depressed, I was anxious, I had ADHD, it was like, I just couldn't pay attention, I was fucking retarded, basically. And when I was on NoFap, it actually got a lot worse. Because my self-image at the time, when I was watching porn twice a day, it was already shit. I already had a really, really bad self-image. And when I got onto NoFap, that actually became worse. Because I thought of myself as a failure. I thought of myself as someone who will be addicted to this for a very, very long time. I thought of myself as somebody who can't like quit his addictions, who can't do this. That's what I thought about myself. I thought about myself as somebody who would never be able to like talk to girls again, never be able to like just people in general actually, never be able to like talk to people ever again. I thought to myself like, like I just can't quit this, dude. I just keep failing all the time. I'm basically just a failure. I had that self-image because of NoFap. I'm telling you right now, NoFap will set you up for failure. It will worsen your mental health. Why? Why did NoFap worsen my mental health? Because think about it. Every single day you're watching a NoFap video, every single day you're getting reminded of basically just you being an addict to porn, basically. Every single day, it feels just like a full-time job to just not relapse. It feels like a full-time job, doesn't it? I know it felt like that for me. For me, it felt basically just like a full-time fucking job to just not relapse. I remember literally like doing it in the fucking living room, bro. Living room. I know I told that story in like a couple videos ago, but it's like literally whilst I was playing video games, whilst my mother was literally in the other room, in the kitchen, I was doing it. I was watching porn. Obviously, you know, like I didn't play it on speaker or anything. You know, at least I had some brain sense to not do not put it on the loudspeaker, bro. God damn, that's fucked, dude. What the fuck? I realize how fucked that is, bro. Damn. But again, every single day, constantly reminding myself that like, yeah, this is who I am. I'm just a guy who's on NoFap. I'm a guy who's trying to quit. But then suddenly something finally just changed. Suddenly I had this shift one day and I was just like, I finally was able to get to like 2 weeks instead of 3-4 days. Stuck at that 3-4 days for months and months and months. I finally got to like 2 weeks, bro. 2 weeks. A few months later after that, I finally got to like a month. And then after that, it was just like, I just basically just stopped and haven't watched porn since. I don't even remember the last time I watched it or even like jerk off. I don't even remember the last time. The thing that I changed was I changed my belief from a guy who is trying to quit porn, who's trying to quit jerking off, to someone who just not part of me. It's just not me. I just don't do it. I'm just better than that. Once I kind of like I know this might seem like weird, but once I like delusional or whatever, but once I like kind of like brainwash myself, I know again, I know that might sound weird as fuck, but once I did that, I actually finally started making progress. Weird, isn't it? So I know this might seem like delusional. I know this might seem like weird as fuck, but if you just say to yourself, "I'm not on NoFap. I just don't do it. It's just not who I am. It's not part of my identity." And of course, I think that that's not the only thing that you have to do, but it's like it's a big part of it. Your self-belief, your self-image, of course it is. What the fuck? Like the only way I was able to make progress, the only way I was able to quit all my addictions, the only way I was able to make progress in like my fitness, for example, I used to weigh like 90 pounds, like 5'4". Now I'm almost 140 pounds at like 5'5". So I've gotten taller, kind of. I'm still I'm still short as well. But the only way I was able to make progress in that was by just changing my self-image. I started to see myself as this kind of guy who's not undisciplined, who's not lazy, who isn't addicted to porn and fapping. But I started to see myself as like this disciplined guy who works out every single day, who goes to the gym every single day, who tracks his food every single day, who always hits his protein. I started to see myself as the guy who just doesn't watch porn, who doesn't fap. That's just not who I am. Once I started to basically just like, I guess like, you could call it brainwashing, you could call it whatever you want. But once I started to like basically just ingrain that identity into myself, what happened? Well, I started taking action towards it and I finally improved it. And now this is basically just who I am. So now, again, you might say this is like delusional. This is like not authentic to you. This is like not this. Bro, watching porn was never authentic to you. It would never have been authentic to you. If porn never existed, you wouldn't be watching it. Because think about it, right? The natural state of human beings is to basically, it's not to watch porn and jerk off like 4 times a day. It's not to do that. We know for a fact this is bad for us. We know for a fact porn is bad for us. We know for a fact jerking off is bad for us. We know for a fact that it is. So don't cope. Don't make excuses like I did and be like, oh no, but it's actually healthy for you because of this and this and this. It decreases the risk of prostate cancer, bro. You're just saying that because you want to jerk off 3 times a day. You want to watch porn. You want to do all this stuff. You're just making excuses for it. This habit has never served you, not once. I remember, listen, I made the same excuse as you. This is why I can say these things. Because I've been through it before. I made the same excuses as you. The same excuses that you make. All of them. Oh no, but it's actually healthy for you. Oh no, but I don't really do it that much. Oh no, but it's like, oh no, it's fine. It's all excuses. When I made those excuses and I kept fapping, it never served me once. It just made my mental health worse. So did NoFap. Change your self-image. That's it. And I understand. I actually do. I do understand. Because it's hard. It's hard, dude. I completely understand. It's hard as fuck, isn't it? To just quit this addiction. It's hard as fuck to like quit any addiction, really. I'm not saying it's easy. It's not supposed to be easy. I guess a lot of the good things are hard, which makes them good a lot of the times. Quitting your addictions, it's hard. Of course it is. It's not easy at all. Working out, it's hard. Eating clean is hard. Trying to like be a happy, healthy human being when you've been basically just like poisoned for so long. That's hard as fuck. But of course it's good for you. Of course it is. So again, I completely understand. I do. I know it's hard. I know it is, of course. But sitting here and saying like, oh no, it's hard to do this. It's hard to do this. I just can't quit. I just can't do it. And making excuses, it's not going to help you. You got to take at least some responsibility for it, That's what I had to do. I had to take some responsibility and be like, yeah, I'm here because of the choices that I made, really. And of course, it was external circumstances. There was like abuse and trauma and whatnot. But the reason I have poor mental health is simply just because I lack discipline, simply just because I deserve the consequences of my actions. Of course, we all do. You can take this in a negative way. You can be like, oh no, if you deserve the consequences of your actions, you deserve to feel depressed, you deserve to have poor mental health. And actually, the truth is you do. You actually do. Because you took, and again, this is not me trying to like be disrespectful to you or anything. This is me saying this out of just pure love and respect. Because when you take the actions that cause you to have shit mental health, when you jerk off 4 times a day, when you play video games for 16 hours every single day, you check your screen time on your phone. It's legitimately 14 hours. I remember actually checking my screen time on my phone a couple times. Literally 14 hours, bro. 14. You might be saying, like, how the fuck do you get 14 hours of screen time and also 16 hours of video? Bro, I used to watch random pointless YouTube videos whilst playing the game. I used to jerk off whilst playing games too, but but you deserve the consequences of those actions. You can take that in that negative way. You can also take it in a positive way too. If you work out and you eat clean and you start to quit your addictions and you start to live like a happier, healthier human being, you deserve good health. You deserve good mental health, of course. And again, I understand how hard it is to quit because, again, these things they're made to be addictive, right? That's why like porn addiction is so prevalent. That's why video game addiction is so prevalent. That's why all of these things are so prevalent. That's why they're ruining mental health. It really is. So I understand how hard it is to quit. I really do. I'm just telling you the way that I've done it. The way that I've done it is just to change. One of the big things is just to change my self-image. Changing my self-image from somebody who's not on NoFap, somebody who just doesn't really do it that much. Now, like, of course you're gonna relapse. Of course you're gonna like make mistakes and stuff. That's part of it. I've relapsed so many times when trying to quit. So many times. That's just part of the process. And I want you to think right now, if you jerk off usually 2 times a day, and then you make it to day 3, day 4, that's huge, bro. That's huge progress, and you should be proud of that. You should really, really be proud of that. Really, you should. Literally just by watching this video, if you're 17 minutes into this video, and you've been able to watch all the way through, I think you've already made some progress as well. You've already made progress by watching this video. Most people have already clicked off. Most people can't, they can't sit through this video. Most people, they're gonna go back to basically just jerking off and watching their top 9 NoFap tips video. So I know that might sound like dumb or something like that, but it's not. I think you've already made progress by watching this video. You just need to take action on it. You just need to change your self-image. I hope this helped you. Again, chances are if you're watching all the way to the end, you're probably interested in improving your mental health. If you want, you can just check out the top link in the description. That's just a link to my one-to-one coaching. That's it. No pressure or anything. Just check it out. Take care.